Welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to do the 5.4.1.2 Packet Tracer Skills Integration Challenge. And in this one we will try to implement inter-VLAN routing, which is basically routing between different VLANs. And to do this we will use the router on a stick configuration. So the first step is to assign some basic IP addressing information. On S1, we're going to provide an IP address for the management VLAN, which is VLAN 99. Okay. Let's do the same thing on R1 for the Gigabit Ethernet 0/0 interface. Like that. Okay, so the next step is to create, name and assign VLANs. Let's enter S1 again. And to create a VLAN, just type VLAN and then the number. Oh. VLAN 10. And then just name. And the name. Okay. Now let's assign the different VLANs to the correct interfaces. So as we can see here, fast Ethernet 0/6 to 0/10. Interface range, fast Ethernet 0/6, 0/10 should belong to VLAN 30. First of all, let's make this port an access port. So switch port mode access, and then switch port access VLAN 30. Okay. Then we will configure the trunk line. So the trunk line is going to be the line that goes from S1 to R1. And this is Gigabit Ethernet 0/1. Just set this as a trunk. Then we're only going to allow the VLANs in the VLAN and port assignment table. So allowed VLAN 10. Okay, and we're also going to set the default or native VLAN. Which is VLAN 88. Okay. Next step is to configure the default gateway. Just have a look at the addressing table and IP default gateway, like this. All ports not assigned to a VLAN should be disabled. Just use the shutdown command. Okay, so the next step is to actually configure inter-VLAN routing on R1. And as we can see in the addressing table, there's a few special interfaces. The number on the end, as we can see here, correspond to the different VLANs that we have created on S1. Those are subinterfaces, and those will be used to route traffic between the different VLANs. Alright, so first thing we need to do is actually enable the Gigabit Ethernet 0/1 interface. And to create a subinterface, Gigabit Ethernet 0/1.10. So now this subinterface is created. Next thing we need to do is to bind this interface with a specific VLAN. To do this, you just enter encapsulation.1q, then the VLAN number. After this, we can provide the IP address. Right, just do the same thing for the other subinterfaces. And VLAN 88 is the native VLAN. Let's specify that as well. Okay, so that's it. After this is configured, even though these three systems are on different VLANs, they should be able to communicate with each other. So let's try that out. And everything seems to work.